also known as Real Estate Ryan.
It's going to be a great show today, Grant. We're going back to my old stomping grounds.
We're going to start from ground zero, your first deal. We're going to find your first deal. That's the name of today's show. Find your first deal. Boy, you guys got this real estate investing with Grant Cardone big. 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. I'm thinking about getting rid of my plane, guys.
You get a G4?
Hey,
you upgrade it?
Dude, I've been looking at planes all weekend, okay? They're tripping me out. Yeah, I mean, you want to get, I said, Elena, I need some new inspiration. She's like, go on controller.com. That always does it for you. I either look at homes I can't afford. They got a house down in what's south of here? The
Coral Gables?
Coral Gables. On the ocean, $32 million. I did the math on it. If I put $10 million down, it would cost me $120,000 a year. No, is that right? No, it cost me $1 million. No, let me see, 22 million. 22 million. See, I'm still sexing over it. I'd have to put $10 million down, and it would cost me 132,000.
What's the debt?
$22 million. No, it's gonna cost me $100,000 a month.
Yep.
I'm like, dang, dude, I ain't doing
110.
Dude, $110,000 a month, and that's before the lawn is mowed, before furniture. Then I got to get a boat because it's got a damn boat slip. So that's going to cost me. What's that going to cost, John?
It's all free. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't.
So,
What one you want to go with?
So and I'm like, I'm going to put $10 million down, and the first thing I think is, what is the first thing I think of real estate, Ryan?
How much money are you going to be able to make down there?
I could put $10 million in an apartment deal.
I know.
I'm like, I could buy a $32 million apartment that would pay me for eternity.
Can I get your name?
With the same $10 million.
Excuse me?
And by the way, I don't have to get a boat. So I'm like, how do I do that lifestyle? How do I do that lifestyle without spending for it? Oh, go rent a house for $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
Or $200,000 a month. I could rent that house for $200,000 a month and get it out of my system. Mm-hmm. That would be stupid too, right? Rather than committing to it for 30 years. And use the $10 million to go buy an apartment that would produce income and to pay for the house.
Yeah.
See, that's what we talk about on this show. So really appreciate you joining me today. Appreciate the shares. Thank you so much, so much. Let me just give a shout out to all my friends that are sharing. By the way, we're getting ready to start the show. This is the pre-show to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. And if you want to be involved in this documentary that I'm doing that everybody's talking about, if you'd like to get involved, you can post a video on YouTube. What should we call it, guys? Grant Cardone documentary? Yeah, Grant Cardone money documentary. If you want to post a video of it.
Rich versus poor.
What were you taught? Who taught you? Mom, dad, uncle, aunt, grandfather, teachers. What did they teach you about money? Did they teach you how to invest it? Okay? And finish these statements in your video. Penny saved is?
A penny
Rich
earned.
money won't make you?
Happy.
Money is the root of all. Don't answer the question. Okay. Rich people are. Answer those questions. And in addition to that, the second phase of this is going to be, did your parents teach you about compounding? Did they teach you about investing? Did they teach you where to invest? Did they talk about making money? Did they talk about getting rich? Did they talk about passive income? Did they talk about, cover this in your video, did they talk about multiple flows of income and how you were going to get it? Or did your parents have about this much financial literacy? Or were they financially illiterate? I'm trying to show why people are broke, okay? Stay with us. Hope you enjoyed the pre-show.
I owned it.
Hey, welcome to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. My name's Grant Cardone here. We got the whole crew. We got Real Estate Ryan. You know him as Captain Ryan because he flies a plane with me. Welcome, Real Estate Ryan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me today.
We got Robert Sislow, the video genius.
On the ones and
What's
twos.
going on, man? How you
He's the guy that markets and advertises for you and pushes you out along my channels to make your brand, your message clear with video. And then we tell the whole world about how good you are at what you do. Today, Monday, we talk about real estate. We make real estate investing simple. The number here is 305-865-8668. We look at deals, your first deal. We look at your deal. We make sense of your deal, how to buy it, how to sell it, how to add value to it. You might have seen an Instagram post or a YouTube post, a YouTube post I did this weekend about one of the things I do to reduce my cost and rehab property. You might have seen that on YouTube this weekend where I went to a hotel. Did you see that, Captain Ryan?
Yeah.
Real Estate Ryan?
You were at Hyde.
Was it Hyatt?
Yeah.
Hyatt? No.
Hyde.
Hyde Hotel, Hyde, right here in Miami.
Yeah.
Just up the street. And I went up to have breakfast on the 9th floor. And outside they have all this beautiful furniture and they got these arbors and a nice infinity pool. We just bought a property called Huron Point up in
Boynton Beach.
Boynton Beach. We're rehabbing the property. And rather than me hiring an architect or a designer, what I do is I go to hotels that have just been done, grab a $40 breakfast.
A black Sharpie.
I take my iPhone out and I'm like, couch, table, all that's, by the way, synthetic wood that they had on the tables, which was brilliant. Arbors, shoot it, colors, pillows, boom. I give it to Captain Ryan, Real Estate Ryan, and I'm like, hey, dude, let's do this at Huron Point. And change the name from Huron Point to
Heroes Point.
Heroes Point, where heroes live, where people go to live to become heroes. Hey, my name's Grant Cardone, and every Monday we do this for you. I want to make real estate investing simple for you. Our lines are already full. We're full. 5 callers on. We got space for one more. Today we're going to talk about how to get started in real estate. How to get started. How do you find your first deal? How do you get your first deal? How do you analyze it? How do you finance it? How do you manage it? By the way, I just gave you the 4 things you got to figure out, okay? Let me pull up my magic real estate board, okay? Man, I hate pulling this in because you know what? Then I take out all that real estate. I just hate that, okay? So look, when you're gonna buy your first deal, here's what we're gonna do, all right? Buy your first deal. Let me pull my magic board.
That's good.
Buy your first deal, okay? And we're going to assume, because so many people are writing in, particularly on our YouTube channel, okay? I had 200 questions. If you go to my YouTube channel, if you subscribe, when you subscribe, and when you comment, I'm the guy answering the questions there, okay? So wherever you watch this, I actually get the content, okay? I get these questions. This is what I use for my shows, so I really appreciate your comments, your questions. If you're watching live, great. If you're watching after the fact, either way, I'm going back and looking at stuff. You're like, how do you find the time to do all this? Because I care, okay? I care. So Captain Ryan here, who's off camera, he says, Grant, I paid $10,000 and $12,000 for courses. Is that true?
Plus.
Yeah,
one course was 10 grand. I did the Robert Kiyosaki deal.
For the same courses that you're giving information. So look, a lot of you are asking, look, only got $5,000 or $10,000. I'm going to show you how to find that deal today. And I'm going to also break one of my rules here. I say, look, man, look for 16 units. That is a perfect scenario. 32 units is the perfect scenario. But look, if you don't have the money, you got to get started in a 2 unit or 4 unit or 6 units or 8 units. Let's get started there. Let's rehab it. Let's find the deal, fix the deal, get a loan on the deal, short-term loan, because we're going to flip you out of the deal so that you can move to 12 units. We're going to do the same thing with the 12 units. We're going to flip you out of that, get you to 16 units. We're going to do that again. That's what I did, okay? So first 4 things, the only 4 things you really need to do, okay? I'm going to give you one thing before this, but 4 things you need to do. You need to find a deal, obviously. Find a deal. There's one thing you need to do before these first 4 things. I've talked about that in other earlier shows. Real Estate Investing Made Simple, Grant Cardone TV. By the way, this is brought to you by Grant Cardone TV. Second thing you got to do is analyze the deal. Ryan, do you know the thing you have to do before these first 4 things?
You have to know 100%
That's right.
that you want to buy real estate.
You got to know not just real estate, you got to know this is the game you need to be in, okay? The multifamily game, okay? The fourth thing you need to do is you need to be able to manage it. Those are the 4 simple things that you need to do with investing real estate. Now go ask your mom or your dad, your uncle or your aunt. Hey, I'm thinking about buying some apartments and renting them out. What do you think?
It's terrible idea.
Oh
Be
my-
careful.
Oh my God, don't do it.
Tenants, toilets, and termites.
Oh, you're going to have people calling you. Oh, real estate's too expensive
At
now.
midnight.
I had a lady tell me, I want to buy real estate, but I don't want to buy it right now because it's too expensive. I'm like, then you're never going to buy it, babe. You can't just buy when it's cheap, dude. You got to be out in the marketplace buying stuff, okay?
Yeah.
So how do you find a deal? The first thing to do to finding a deal is to go on a site or go in your local paper or start calling your commercial real estate brokers. Hey, I'm looking for a property. You got to talk about what you're looking for. When we come back from break, I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to find a deal while we're here. I'm going to show you what it would cost, how to manage it, how to analyze it, how to finance it.
With over 20 years of experience in the real estate game, Cash Now PA is the place to go for buying homes for all cash with no fees, any condition with BBB accreditation. Ray Abood, owner of Cash Now PA, has been helping customers get in and out of homes, creating better spaces for living and making a difference in local communities with the focus on buying homes, all cash, no fees with any condition. Also be BBB accredited. Visit cashnowpa.com. That's cashnowpa.com. Buying or finding a new home should not be stressful or boring. With over 14 years experience, Good Time Tommy has spent his time building strategies, tips, and content that will help you, the new homeowner or seasoned homeowner, get the best deal for your money. Educate, navigate, and celebrate. Because whether you're buying or selling, you're going to get more traffic to your property promotion on every channel and watch as Tommy and his team work until you are satisfied. Your new home awaits you with Good Time Tommy and his team. Subscribe, like, and follow at goodtimetommy.com. That's goodtimetommy.com. There's only one company to work for in the smart home industry, Skyline Security. Right now is looking for the best of the Grant Cardone following to join their team and expand financially and professionally. Go to joinskyline.com to register. Labeled by Inc. 5000 as the fastest growing company for the last 2 years in a row, you get to protect families, grow your wealth, and join a team of top producers. Skyline is looking for great people. Go to joinskyline.com. That's joinskyline.com to get started on a brand new 10x career path. Go to joinskyline.com to register.
We're back and we're live. Thank you so much for being here. I want to shout out to Kobe Glenn, Brian Gates, Andrew Vanelli, Charles Martillo Lawrence. Thank you for sharing with your friends. Grant Cardone is live. We have 6 callers on the line. I'm trying to make real estate investing simple. Before you do these 4 things, find, analyze, finance, and manage, that would be called the what? FAFM. Before you find, analyze, finance, and manage, or we could call it the FAM, find a deal, analyze a deal, money, you need the money and you need to manage it. What we're gonna do is you gotta know this is the game you wanna play, okay folks? If you don't know this is the game you wanna play, dude, none of this matters. None of this matters, folks, okay? Male, female, young or old. If you don't know you want to do the deal, because you're going to have a bunch of people tell you not to do the deal. Now, I'm pulling up my emails right now. I'm going to show you a fourplex. This came off of Zillow. Normally, I use LoopNet because I'm a commercial real estate buyer. Anything below, what is it, 12 units is not considered commercial. Is that right, Ryan?
5. So 1 to 4 units is considered residential. 1 to 4 units is considered a residential purchase. On your first deal, I am going to break my rule of 16 units or smaller. So Robert Sislow wants to get in the real estate game, okay? He's like, man, he lives in Phoenix, Arizona. Can y'all see this deal? Can I pull this deal up? How much is this deal, Ryan? That deal sold for $260.
Okay, so I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep.
I'm going to find a deal. I'm going to show you how to buy this deal. It's 4 units. It's $260,000. Okay? Don't worry about the price right now. Let's say we're going to give them the full $260,000. I go into every deal. Captain Ryan can tell you this. I go into every deal assuming I'm giving them all the money, right? I was trying to buy a deal we just blew out of Friday, right here in Miami, okay? And we went in, assumed the full price of the deal plus some, okay? You do not want to go in and say, I'm going to buy it for $240. If you got to make sense, now you see, now dude, you took it over from me. Is that right? Am I still in the shot or?
No,
Yeah, there you go. So, if you got to make sense because of the price to do this deal doesn't make sense, okay? If this is a private deal, 4 units, 5 units or less, okay? You're going to put 5% down. Where do I get that money from, Captain Ryan?
I would go to a regional bank, but you can go to Wells Fargo, you can go to Bank of America, you can go to any bank.
FHA?
FHA.
VHA?
If you live in one of the units, you can get FHA.
Oh, you're going to live in one of the
You
units.
can get a VA.
We're
Yep.
going to live in one of the units for some period of time.
Year.
That's how you're going to get the best loan here. You could probably do this deal with 3% down. So Robert could go to the bank and say, hey, I'm going to put 5% down. That gets me, what is that, $13,000?
Yeah.
So imagine he owns a $260,000 building for 13 grand, okay? Now, let's compare that for a second to investing in the stock market. If you have $13,000 to invest in the stock market, how much stock you get?
What you paid for it.
$13,000. Let's say you wanted to buy $13,000 worth of Bitcoin. You get $13,000. Get it? Okay. In real estate, with 13 grand, you can get $250,000. So I know for sure that if you can hold on to this deal, if you do the next steps right, the funding, the analyzing, and the managing, if you can do those 3 things right and buy it right, 30 years from now, that place will be paid off. Dave Ramsey, it'll be paid off. You won't have any more debt, Dave. Okay, but without the debt, you could never do this, okay? $13,000 is $13,000. This money's going down in value. This is going to go up in value over time, okay? Why? Not because it's real estate. Why will this go up in value, Captain Ryan, Captain Real Estate Ryan? Because it produces income. And this goes back to the first thing I told you. You need to understand why this game works and why this game is different than a house, why it's different than an office building, why it's different than any other commercial real estate, okay? So what are the payments going to be on this deal? Captain Ryan, do you have the rest of the numbers for me?
Payments are going to be.
I'm going to finance $247,000.
$1,000.
Okay, and we're taking your calls, by the way. What are the payments on $247,000?
247.
Multiply times 6.
Yep.
It's a rate factor, a money factor of 6.
247, 1, 2, 3 times 6% equals.
Oh my God, I'm so bored.
1235.
$12,345 a month.
I'm sorry,
a year?
no, 1,235. So it's $1,200 a month.
No, it's not. Do it again. Multiply.
Okay, 247.
I got to do everything, you know?
Sure you do. Times.
What do you multiply? We're doing
247 times 6.
It's $14,820 a year.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's a lot different than what you told me.
Divided by 12.
It's $15,000 a year, okay? So I round it up.
Yep.
Now, what is the income of this property? This is the debt. This is the debt. I put $13,000 down. I'm going to pay 15 grand a year for it, okay? Y'all want to get me, you want to pull the camera out so they can see the full shot, John? Come on, John. Come on, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
Johnny, keep it tight. Keep it right.
$2,850 is the income.
Okay, so the income on this deal.
Gross.
Now I'm analyzing it. What am I doing? First thing I do is find a deal. We found the deal. It's down the bottom left-hand corner here. Found a deal in Phoenix on 8101 33rd Drive. Hot little piece of material. Okay.
I own this joint.
This is the debt. Okay.
I used to.
What is the income on the deal? I'm going to go back and analyze it now. What is the income?
$2,850
A year? A month?
per month.
Well, dude, I'm doing an annual.
Oh, sorry about that. 34 too.
$34,200. Okay. What is it going to cost me to run this operation? Remember my rule of thumb? Figure it's going to cost you $17,000, half. It's not because it's a smaller deal. This deal probably costs you about $10,000 a year. Is that fair to say?
Yep.
You're going to manage it yourself. You're going to probably be on the property. That makes me $17,000. Okay, $17,000. My debt's 15 grand. I make $2,000 a year. That's your first real estate deal. $2,000 on a $13,000 investment will be one of the best investments you make in your entire lifetime. That's 15%. Is that right? 15, 16%?
$2 grand a year?
$2,000
A year?
cash flow
A year.
after my debt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's $180 a month.
Okay.
Now, you're like, for $180 a month, dude, I could go freaking stand on a street corner and beg for $180. You're right. That's why I don't like little deals, because they're a pain in the ass. But here's the deal. We're probably going to be able to manage this thing for like $12,000 a year, because we're going to do it ourselves.
15.
That nets us now $22,200 a year if we never raise the rents. This makes me $7,000. Now it becomes interesting because I'm earning 50% on my money.
Yeah, but that last
That
deal
means
was
in 2
15.
years, look, if you're not convinced to do this when I finish this today, really, I'm thinking Glock, left temple, okay? See if somebody will lend you a bullet. Because it's bad. It's bad, it's wrecked. Okay, don't go away, don't leave, do not hang up. I'm gonna look at your deal when we come back from break. I just made you 50% on your money, boys and girls. Real estate made simple. Have you ever thought about just getting away with the right people at the right time to get your mind right and your business right? Guess what we're doing? St. Bart's, October, the best weather that you can find on that island, little exclusive island in the middle of the Caribbean. It is an amazing place to go to. My wife and I have been there. Hey guys, my wife and my kids have been there twice now. We're going back in October. We would love for you to come join us. 5 days, dinner every night with us. Very exclusive trip. We'll have lunch each day together. The rest of the day, we just build our life, build our business, build our futures, map it out. I want to do it with you. They'll be there.
Oh yeah.
We hope you're there.
We're gonna have a blast. Are y'all ready for St. Bart's, girls? Yeah! Woo!
Franchising is listed by Grant Cardone as one of the ways to become a millionaire. Let the experts at Fran Finders be with you every step of the way as your partner finding, buying, selling, and promoting franchises. With over 10 years experience, Fran Finders is the company that helped get set up with franchising to help you get set up with owning your own franchise and finding a franchise that's right for you. Visit franfinders.com. That's franfinders.com to get started with your search today.
Hey, welcome back. Grant Cardone here, making real estate investing simple for you. I just showed you a deal in Phoenix, Arizona, okay, that earns $34,000 a year. It's going to cost $12,000 a year to manage it. We're going to make $22,000. Our debt's going to be, what did I say, $15,000?
15.
Okay, you're going to make $7,000 on a $13,000 investment.
45%.
Not a bad deal. Now, Grant, if I rent one of the 4 units, which we did, I would not make $34,000 a year. You remember what I did?
Yeah.
Went and bought 4 units, rented 3 of them. I lived in one of them. That's what you're going to tell the bank, and that's what you need to do for 12 months. At the end of 12 months, you get to blow out of the deal and rent the 4th unit. The first year, you're going to get paid by 3 other people, and you have to count, if you're a smart person, you should count your rent. You should actually pay this property rent. I rent where I live today. I rent where I live. I actually own the building in an LLC, and then I rent it for myself. I pay myself rent, okay? You're like, oh no, I'm gonna rent the place that's not gonna make 34 grand. You're just not counting the money, okay? Okay, you understand? So if you have a question, I want to answer it. If you have a deal, I want to answer it, all right? This is a 50% return on your money. What do you need to know? Where do I find a deal? How do I analyze the deal? I'm sorry, number 2, how do I finance that deal? Where do I get the debt from? A bank, regional bank, Wells Fargo, local bank? It's easier to get this loan, by the way, than it is a single family house loan. You agree with that, Ryan?
Absolutely.
Why? Because the other 3 units produce income. Do you need to put up with headaches? Yeah, you're going to have to put up with a freaking $7,000 headache. Now I'm earning $600 a month if I don't increase the rentolas. Now imagine, before I take the next caller and get them ready, imagine if I could increase the rents by $50 a month. 50 times 3 is $150 times 12 is $1,800. Now the $7,000 becomes
88.
$8,800. What if I get another $50 next year? What if I get another $50 a year after that? What if I get another $50? Now I'm making $10,000 or $12,000 a year. When you were a pilot, Ryan, how much did this help? By the way, this is the deal you did, right?
It is. Just one of them.
Okay. And then he sold the deal and made a little dough. Okay.
Made 30 grand off of this one deal just in cap.
Real estate Ryan right there. That's why he's on with the show. Look, we got a lot of comments coming, folks. We got comments coming in. We got people talking. We got them subscribing. Let me talk.
Yeah. Do you mind if I just add really quick? So to find the deals, these deals, the 1 to 4, are going to be on the MLS, or Zillow. So your relationships with real estate agents, your relationships with.
Let's talk to our first caller. Where's our first caller
I got
from?
Faraz in Philly.
Philly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Zillow. I'm going to put in Philly. What's up, man?
Hey there, Grant. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Don't make me feel all mushy inside.
Awesome. Yeah, I just have a quick question. I'm currently negotiating a deal right now, and I also just saw one that looks super interesting on LoopNet.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering which of the two you would rather do.
Okay, you want to give it to me?
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
let me just guess. Let me just guess the address.
Go for it.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
He says go for it. I'll go with number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the address.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one I'm currently negotiating right now is 2327 Park Avenue.
Park Avenue?
Yes, sir.
And where is that?
It's in Philadelphia. It's right by Temple University.
Really?
Yeah.
You like it?
I don't love it. The second one I just saw. That one is the one I'm.
But dude, if you don't love it, why are we looking at it?
600K.
Let me just tell you. Let me tell everybody something right now. If you don't love the deal today,
I like it.
no, you said you didn't love it, dude. You don't love it today. You're not gonna love it tomorrow.
I like it tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
You want the one I love that I think I'll like more?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'd much rather that, man.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so it's 6 South 43rd Street.
6.
Yeah?
What?
South.
6 South 43rd Street.
Y'all watch me doing this right now?
I've got a huge lag between what you're doing and what I'm seeing. So.
Yeah, and it came up in the search, right? So look, you can find out anything. I don't even need a broker right now, okay? It brings me to LoopNet. Oh, nice. I like this, man.
It's right by UPenn.
Okay, so he stepped up. So give me the numbers, man. Give me the numbers on this deal.
Yeah, so it's for 1.6 million.
Okay.
Right.
Now we
Cap
just
rate
stepped out. We
6.7.
just went from residential to commercial. Okay, this is how many units? 14 units.
Yeah, it's 14 units.
14 units. No, he does not. He no longer qualifies. So what are the 4 steps? Find a deal. He found a deal. Number 2.
Analyze.
Where's the money going to come from? Okay. How much you're going to need? $400,000 to buy this deal. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The bank will finance $1.2 million. It might be a little less than that. He might have to put $500,000 down. Okay. The rule of thumb is 65%. I'll get you a loan. 75%. I don't know. Okay. But if you got 75%, if you got 25% of this, the 400, I can probably get you another loan for another 100. Just to get you a traditional debt right here. Remember the 4 steps. Find a deal. 2nd, finance a deal. 3rd thing, analyze it. What is the gross income of the property?
All right. So the cap rate.
No?
I don't have the income.
Okay, good. Give me the cap rate. I'll go in backwards.
Well, I have the rent. So we could kind of back into it if you want.
Okay.
What's the total rent?
All right. So
No, give me the cap rate. Give me the cap rate because I just saw that it's a 6 cap rate. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Give me the cap rate. Give me the NOI.
It's about 100K.
It's about 100K.
Yeah. So 16,30,000 damage point 061. It's 99,430.
Okay, so it's got $100,000 NOI. Now, what does that mean, the NOI? If I take it, because the cap rate is on the site, okay, it says cap 6%. It's not a 6%. Nothing ends in zeros, ever. Okay? See, he gave me a 99 number. What did I do? I rounded up. So we already know the numbers are false. Very, very, very important to understand. We're in the second step, analyzing a deal. But let me just average it. This fine that we round off stuff right here while we're doing this. You just got to understand that everybody's lying to everybody, okay? Most of which is you lying to you.
Yeah.
Not other people, okay? Divided by 0.06. So this deal is $1,666,000. You already told me the price, right?
Yes.
Good. So the NOI, okay, so we know we're going to finance this number. This is the number we're going to finance.
72.
We know the NOI is $100,000. That's before debt. We know what we got to put down. This is our down payment right here.
Mm-hmm. Debt's going to be $72K.
$72,000 is the debt. How do we figure that out? Okay, you take 0.06. It's a rule of thumb. 0.06 in today's rate market times the debt, the $1,200,000, $72,000. So this deal will make $28,000 a year.
And the 72 will cover your principal and interest.
Before any rent, principal and interest.
Also, if we could, if it's possible, if we could underwrite the exit. I know, that's a bit
good. Now this dude knows what he's talking
that,
about. Okay, this dude knows what he's talking about. Because part of analyzing is how do I get out of this deal? I've talked about it on earlier shows. By the way, you can see all the shows at Grant Cardone TV /real estate. It's a 7% return. I mean,
That's with no CapEx budget. That's with no.
Yeah.
I mean, because below. I mean, the important thing is knowing your NOI, like 100%, knowing what the expenses are, what the NOI is. Because if this property needs maintenance and CapEx, that's going to eat that $28,000.
Can you see it? Can you make it bigger for me?
It's capital expenditures.
It's just a calm lag, Gene.
Oh, it's a little calm lag because I want to show you this deal. Because I mean, what is this? 1940, 1938?
They can see the.
How old is this deal, man?
1920.
I said 1938. Okay, I was off by 18 years. But what does it matter when you're 100 years old? I mean, like,
Yeah.
So look, we know what we're going to have. Asbestos. We're going to have
Lead-based paint.
Lead-based paint. We're going to have. You can't even do anything here, dude. Every time you do something here, all of a sudden
plumbing.
Old plumbing. You got it.
May have.
You might be able to put some washers and dryers in it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That's good. And what are these things renting for?
So there might be some value add. So monthly rent is $681.
$681. That's a weird number. That's a weird.
For the studio, and then for the one bedroom, it's $840, and it's about 50-50.
Yeah.
And there might be some rental disparity, right?
Yeah.
So it says competing rent. This is all on the flyer,
Yeah. So what's the play here, dude? What's the play on this deal?
So I'd like to go in each year, raise rent 7%.
Raise the rent 7% every year?
Ideally, if possible.
Who's doing that? Who's doing that, dude? I mean,
you don't think it's possible?
Well, I mean, typical
I didn't
is
say
3%.
that. I don't know the market. I don't know the market. I mean, the thing that concerns me is you start thinking you're going to raise the rents every year 7%. That's not even real. Look, I've had property where I raise the rents $100 every month. I got a property we just bought. We walked in and raised the rents $200. I don't need, like when you say I'm going to raise the rents every year, I'm going to go in and freaking crush the rents as fast as I can and maybe not raise them again. See, it's all the brokers say, oh, you're going to raise the rents 3% a year. Dude, I go in, first of all, I figure I'm never going to be able to raise the rents. I need to make sense of this deal. When I analyze it, I'll never be able to raise the rents. And the expenses are going to keep creeping up. And 3 or 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to have some major expense on this joint. So this is the real stuff you need to understand about real estate, okay? So how many deals have you looked at?
At least 50.
Good. Look at another 50 and then call me back. And when you walk in, bro, you can't like something. You got to walk in and say, this is a steal, man. This is a steal. You can't think I'm going to maybe raise the rent 7% a year. You got to walk in and say, I'm dropping washers and dryers. By the way, you didn't tell me what that was going to cost, okay? I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Do you have the room? Can you do it? What will it cost? Like have all your numbers down and then call me back and say, Hey, Grant, this thing's a screamer, okay?
What's the top question you'd ask the broker on this deal?
Well, I would ask him, when's the last time it traded? What did it trade for? What's the upside? What's the exit? How do I get out? How much money would I spend? Hey, would you buy this deal yourself? Okay. What's the worst thing that could happen to me in this deal? What's the best thing that could happen to me in this deal? Oh, by the way, I'd go back and ask those questions to him another time. Hey, when did it trade last again? I told you that in the last call. I forgot, man. I didn't take any notes. What did it trade for? I don't know. I don't remember. Guess. Okay. What's the upside? What's the downside? What do you like about the deal? What don't you like about the deal? Would you put your own money in this deal? And then I'd call up a bank. How do you see the deal? How would you underwrite it? What do you think? Is this real? Like,
why do you do that though? Why do you ask him a second time?
Because one, I need to know. Okay. The most important thing with any investment, any business, a relationship. You're having a relationship with this building for the next 30 years, folks. You want to know, I love this thing. Okay? Every piece of real estate that we own today, if the world went to hell tomorrow, I would wake up tomorrow morning, dude, everything got pulled down in value and I love it all. Okay? I love it all. I don't have to get rid of anything. I just got to weather the storm. There's going to be a storm. I'll weather this storm. And when we get on the other side of this storm, baby, all that property goes straight back to and exceeds where it last left off. Let's talk to the next caller.
Right,
Hope that helped, man.
Ramon in California.
That dude knows what he's talking about, though. You see, he's been looking at deals. See the difference between somebody that looks at 50 deals and somebody that looks at the first two? Ramon, what's going on? Give me your deal. This is Susie Orman, and I will tell you what to do and how to do it.
That this debt is good debt.
Ramon?
Leverage.
Raman.
It's actually, it's Raymond.
Raymond Real Estate. Let's let it Raymond on you.
That was good, Grant.
Come on, Raymond.
Oh my gosh.
I put on YouTube that if you can't keep up with Grant, you shouldn't call in. The area I live in, there's a lot of, it's a bad economic area. And I noticed that when you're rehabbing your deals, that it seems to be like 7%. Is the rehab cost that you do, is that just calculated strictly from the cash flow? And do you factor in a certain percentage?
No, dude. First of all, it doesn't have anything to do with cash flow. It doesn't have anything to do with some 7% number. I've never used that number. Dude, it is what it is. A roof costs what a roof costs, okay? Floors cost what they cost. Carpets cost what they cost. Paint costs what it costs. You got to figure out what it costs. So what do we spend on that Haran point? On Haran?
On one unit or on the whole deal?
No, the roof. Just the roof.
$835K.
$835,000. What are we going to spend on the clubhouse?
$240.
$240,000. Okay, dude. Those two numbers.
Total's 1.
Those two numbers represent more money than I put down on my first deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I spend more money fixing a deal than most people spend buying a deal.
So just as long as it fits in the deal and it doesn't affect my exit.
No, because it will affect your exit, right? It will affect your exit because the only reason to spend money is two reasons. Raise rents or to sell. Now, if I know I'm going to put a new roof on, this was a roof, and this was a clubhouse, okay? And this is a clubhouse, right? First of all, the roof doesn't get me anything. The roof gets me nothing. The reason I put a new roof on is because, and by the way, I could have waited 3 years. Mm-hmm. But I just know because I played the game long enough. If I'm going to put a new roof on, okay, I'm not going to own this deal for 35 years. Let me go ahead and do it now. Why wait 3 years? Scared money waits. This is why I said, Bobby's going to wait and do it later. He's going to do it, blah, blah. Dude, if you know you're going to get a new kitchen, why don't you just go ahead and get one now and start enjoying it? Right? Get it over with, man. So we put a roof on the first 30 days we owned the deal. So what do they see? New sheriff in town. We went and painted the curbs. I don't know what that costs. We're going to fix the slurry coat, the seal coat, the driveway. So we're going to stripe everything. So we're like, there's order in this freaking joint. Okay? We took a couple units and just went and ripped out all the old...
$6,000 a unit.
We spent $6,000 a unit. Why am I doing that?
We get $200 increase.
Okay, that's a nice return. $200 times 12, 2,400. That's a 40% return on my money. But why did we do it? We didn't do it in the beginning. We did it for one reason. Dude, there's a new sheriff in town. Tell Eric Clapton. There's a new sheriff in town, okay? Who shot the sheriff? And did you pay your rent on time?
Ho, ho.
Yeah, so dude, why am I doing this in the beginning? There's a lot of different reasons why you'd want to do something, okay? One reason I want to do something is I want to let them know, new sheriff in town. Second reason is we raise the rents immediately. Oh, by the way, we're only going to fix, check this out. Check this freaking genius out. There's 192 units there. We're only going to fix about 10 of them. I'm going to raise the rents on those 10, and I'm going to let the other 182 come up with them. So I'm not going to spend money on all of them. I'm going to spend 60 grand on 10 units. 60,000. That's 60,000 in total. I'm going to fix the clubhouse, and I'm going to fix the roof. Okay, I'm going to spend some money on arbors and barbecue pits, and I'm going to sex the joint up. That's why I was at that hotel this weekend. You can see that video on my YouTube channel, where I'm walking around the hotel to find out what color umbrellas, what color arbors, who makes that material. I can get the name off of it. I don't need to hire an architect or a designer. I just go steal other people's stuff, right? What's worked in other environments. You steal ideas all the time, right? I do this for you, Real Estate Investing Made Simple, so you guys can steal from my mistakes and not do them, okay? Don't duplicate them. Okay, go ahead. You get what I'm saying here?
I sure do, and I want to thank you for all the money that you helped raise for veterans and things in Memorial Day.
You got it, brother. You got it. Happy Memorial Day. Thanks for calling in, all right?
Thanks.
Hey, make sure, folks, if you hadn't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're going to see us dropping more and more content on there about buying real estate. Please subscribe to the channel. Post comments, okay? And I tell you what I'm going to do. Every month, I'm going to give away somebody that subscribes to qualify. I'm going to give away, I'll underwrite your deal. I'll look at your deal. Who knows? Maybe I'll become a partner in your deal. We're going to go to LA. Captain Ryan, Real Estate Ryan, doesn't know this, but we're going to go to LA and actually shoot a show on buying big. I'm going to look at your deals, buy my big deals, and maybe be a partner with you in your deals. So if you want to be part of that, subscribe to the YouTube channel, post comments, send me your deal in comments. If you got a deal when I'm out in LA or Houston, maybe we'll give you a ring and say, hey, we're coming over to look at your deal. I want to look at your deal. We need to teach Captain Ryan how to use a camera. Either that or I got to drag you guys around with me all over the country. Next caller.
All right, I got Chris in Washington.
Chris, give me your deal, son. Give me your deal, boy.
Hey, Grant, how you doing?
Good, brother, good. Thanks for calling. Real Estate Investing Made Simple.
Thank you for doing what you do. I really do appreciate it.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It's the least I could do is help people. Come on. Makes me feel good when I help people.
So, here's the thing. I'm a 23-year-old new business owner. I just opened an auto dealership. My wife helps me. She works full-time as well. And I want to know, what should I do as far as getting into multifamily? Should I try to get into a duplex, fourplex now, or reserve capital, wait longer, and do a bigger deal to start out like you talk about?
Well, first thing you got to do is get your hair right, okay? Well, man, look, how much dough you got?
Cash? Only about 5 to 7,000 cash right now to work with.
Well, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, the way to do it right now for you, man, is the flipper deal. What city do you live in?
Vancouver, Washington.
Okay. Nice little tight market. Love it up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd go. You know. I mean, look. Ideally is you wait, but if you can't wait because you got that freaking hustle hunger, then what you do, man, is you buy 4 units and you flip them. There's nothing wrong with this flipper game. As long as you guys understand, you're not trying to keep this real estate forever. You want to get in and get out as fast as you can. All right? So I don't know if you could see this. Is there just a big lag?
Yeah.
Okay, Vancouver what?
Washington.
Vancouver.
Washington.
I dated a girl from there, dude. She was hot, too. She was like, oh.
Well, I thought you dated a girl with their first name Vancouver. I was like, that's a little weird, you know?
Dude, no, this girl, she was sweet, really. I shouldn't say she was hot. But it was one of those neurotic relationships. Robert, you been in some of those?
I have.
Dude, it was freaking neurotic. It was
Hair
like
in places,
hate-
hair
The only time we didn't argue is when we were having sex. The only time we didn't argue. The only time, dude, that everything was perfect was when we were having sex. Okay, so look, I'm looking for 4 units by owner. How do I find 4 units on Zillow? Do you know? You have a deal for me to look at, man?
I don't have an exact deal now.
No.
I can find one.
Yeah, so how do I find 4 units? Home type. Type
let me go
manufacturing.
to-
Apartments. There you go. Okay, let me get rid of all houses. I don't know if y'all see me doing this. I basically went to Zillow. Super slow, huh?
I see it. It's just, we're probably about.
Okay.
And let's see here. Okay, there's a studio for $500. And here's another studio. Dude, I mean, I can't even imagine paying $250,000 per unit. So this is what this deal says. This will pop up in a second, a little bit of a lag. Here's a studio, 2,800
Are
square
you
feet.
looking at Washington or BC, British Columbia?
I'm Vancouver, Washington, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
9150 Northeast. Can you make it bigger so they can see what I'm looking at?
I'm looking at it right now.
So
Yeah.
I've got 32 Northeast.
Built
56.
2 years before I was born. It's $570,000. So I'll just do the math for you here. But you got to know your market. I don't know what the upside is here. Okay, you're going to put 5% down. You're going to tell the bank that you're going to live in one side of it. $27,500 will buy this deal. Okay, so you need to save up 22 grand, right? You're going to finance 500 and whatever that other number is, 40,000. What's the note on that going to be?
What is it?
540 times 6
540.
is $32,000 a year.
32.4. Yep.
32,000.
Yep. 32.4.
32,000, and it's this thing's going to have to rent for what? I mean, what does it say it's going to rent for? All 3 units attached, single car.
Even if you did,
Estimated mortgage per month.
I mean, even if you did $1,200, $1,300.
Huh?
I mean, that's high, right? $1,300. So 1,300.
They're
times,
probably financing less.
times
I
3
am.
units, $3,900, 4,000.
There's 2 units. There's only 2 units here.
Oh, okay. I thought it said 3.
What would
units.
this thing rent for?
Three units.
I'd say up there. A studio would be around about $900 a month, $950.
Well, there's no way this works.
No.
$2 grand a month, 2 units times
No.
1,000, 24,000. There's no way. You don't have the data. It's got to rent for more than that. Otherwise, they wouldn't ask for this.
Right.
Okay, so there's got to be some other data. Look, nobody can sell something for more than it's worth. 2 units, 4 units, 8 units, 16 units. The beautiful thing about real estate, this kind of real estate, income producing real estate, it's all based on not what somebody think it's worth, how much income it can produce. That's what makes it real.
Right.
So, bro, the other thing I would tell you to do, man, is know the market. Okay, you need to know the market. All right. Thank you for calling. Hope that helps. And happy Memorial Day. Real estate investing made simple. We got one more caller. I want to talk to that person. Hopefully, you bring me a deal. Hopefully, I can be your partner in a deal. What is your deal?
I got Sam in
What-
New York.
What is your deal? Oh, you see another expensive city, man. Almost impossible to buy there. Go ahead, man. What's up? Gotta talk to me.
Hey, Greg, how are you doing?
Good, man. How you doing? What's your deal? Tell me about your deal.
Well, I don't have a deal, but so both my parents passed away. They left behind about 200 grand, and I just wanted to know how I can get started in real estate.
Well, okay, that's a great question, man. $200,000. Is that after taxes? I mean, you got 200 grand to use?
No, I believe it's gross. It's not after tax.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So that's your money. Okay. So this is going to buy about $600,000 to $800,000 in real estate.
Okay.
Now, here's the problem for you. What are the 4 steps?
How to find them?
Find a deal, man. Find a deal. Where you cannot, you can't afford to manage a deal outside of where you can touch a deal. You need to be able to touch the deal. It needs to be in your neighborhood. You need to know that neighborhood. You need to know what's going on in that neighborhood. You need to know who the drug salesman is in that neighborhood. Literally, you need to know everything about that neighborhood, particularly when you're brand new, man. You need to know who the uncle pedophile is in the neighborhood. You need to know everything good and bad about that neighborhood. Otherwise, you don't need to be in a damn neighborhood. I don't want to spend money. I don't want to put 200 grand, bro. Your mom and dad, they hustled and busted it so they could put 200 grand away to give you that. You don't want to blow it on this deal. So no, number one, no. Number two, find a deal. I got to find a deal. Two, I got to figure out where am I going to get my funding from? Who's going to give me, let's say this deal cost $800,000. Okay? Who's going to lend you 600 grand? Do you know where to get the debt? Do you have good credit? Do you have good credit?
Yes.
Good. Then you probably qualify for a loan. Here's the thing they're going to ask you. Have you ever managed a piece of real estate before? Right or wrong, Ryan?
Absolutely.
Captain Ryan, Real Estate Ryan's here with me, man. Hey, man, if you ever know, we'd like to give you the loan. You have good credit. We like you. Sorry, mommy and daddy died. Have you ever managed a piece of real estate? And your answer is going to be?
No.
They're not going to like that answer.
Yeah.
They're not going to like that answer at all. Okay, in the beginning, what I needed to do is I needed to join up with a management company so that when they say, because they used to ask me this all the time, who's managing it? Oh, dude, I got a professional management company. Who is it? Oh, that's good. It made them feel all calm and cool.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't mean they were any good. It just made them feel good, man.
Check the box.
Check the box.
Yep.
Okay, we good. He's good. He's good. We good. Okay, that's good. Let's go. Okay, let's give him some money.
Yep.
Once they give you money, then they give you money a second time. And then they're like, can we give you some money? Now they call me up. Can we give you some money? So now, here's the other way to do it, bro. The other way to do it, there's 4 ways for you to buy real estate for everybody watching the show. Because if you've seen anything today, you've probably seen, man, there's a lot of damn work, dude, for $1,000 a month. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, folks. Okay, but I'm going to tell you, if you play this game right and you think big, okay, these people that are calling about 2 units, let me tell you something. I started with 2 units. Now I got those kind of units. 4,000 of those. Imagine that. 4,000 of these pigs paying you every month. Pigs. We call them all pigs. I don't care if they're brand new. We're looking at brand new stuff in Houston, Texas. What do we call them, Captain Ryan?
Piglets.
You know why we call them piglets? Because they produce bacon. Oink, 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 oink. Piggy. Some of these things are so piglet, I get cholesterol. Like my doctor's like, you gotta quit buying apartments, bro. It's gonna block up your vascular. Okay, so look, it all starts somewhere. My first deal was 38 units. My next deal was 48 units. My next deal was 92 units. My next purchase was 2,200 units at one time. It was like jump, 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 skip. My first deal was 1 unit. Okay, my first single deal, my first mistake, I don't ever talk about it, was 1 unit, $78,000. It was a waste of time and energy. My second deal was a single family house. Stupid, even though I made money on it. Third deal, 38 units. Fourth deal, 48 units. I'm like, okay, now this is starting to work, okay? When I started buying the units in bulk, I'm like, this works. So what he could do, if he's qualified, is you could invest either in your own deal. Number 2, a REIT. I strongly advise you not to do a REIT because it does not provide the real estate investment advantages that real estate like this does. Okay, you guys are invested in REITs on the stock market. That's not a real estate investment. That's a stock. It's a piece of paper. It's garbage, okay? Third thing is find a syndicator. Like who are some syndicators, Captain Ryan? Real Estate Ryan, Captain Ryan.
MC Companies is one of them.
Yep. Upside of doing that.
Waypoint's the second one.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't have any money in the deals, so they go and raise all the money.
He hates the idea. He's got this real bad look on his face right now, like he just drank one of those bullets.
Well, it's like horse racing, It's kind of a crapshoot. You don't know who the jockey is, and you don't know who the racehorse is. So.
The fourth way is you could possibly, if you're an accredited investor, invest with me in Cardone Acquisitions. This is our acquisitions company. We started a fund. We basically go out and buy real estate. I buy it with my money. I buy only deals that I want my money invested in, and then we allow investors to come in on top of our deal. Some of the employees that work here, my mother used to invest with me, my sister, my brother. My mom's not around anymore, so she's not a good investor, even though she never bothers me. Okay, I love my mom. She's my friend, and she would think that joke was funny, even though some of you didn't. Okay, because you take death more, you make a bigger deal about it than I did. Okay, so look, we want to help you. I want to help you. Whether you can buy your own deal, whether you want to syndicate a deal, maybe you want to learn how to be a syndicator. Maybe you want to start a fund. I want to help you in the real estate game. If you're an accredited investor, you can email Ryan at cardoneacquisitions.com. If you have a deal you want us to look at and cover in one of our future shows, email Ryan at cardoneacquisitions.com, Ryan at cardoneacquisitions.com. What'd you learn today, Ryan?
Real estate, Ryan.
What'd you learn today?
You guys go first. What'd you learn, Robert?
No, Captain Ryan. You're in the show. They're not.
Well, no. I mean, I learned that you have to look at a lot of deals. I mean, you have to look at 50 deals to understand the numbers. I mean, when one of the callers called in, one of the things that I keep pulling out of these guys who are asking the questions and girls is you really have to know the numbers. And one of the things you drill in on is, hey, what's your real NOI? What's your real gross income? What's your real expenses? Because if you don't know, if you don't know how to analyze, then you're thinking you're buying a good deal and you're not.
Fourth thing, this is how simple this game is. You find a deal. How can you know if a deal is a good deal? Before you even analyze a deal, how do you know it's a good deal if you don't know the entire market? Okay, me and Captain Ryan 3 weeks ago, we drove, 7 or 8 properties over there.
Yep.
On the 8th property that we drove, I said, I like this place. I like the neighborhood. We went and ate breakfast in the neighborhood. I'm like, I dig this. There's money here, right? I feel good. It feels good. Hope they don't shut me down for doing that. That was that good, right? Is that a cup? It feels good. And then what did we do? Second thing we did was we analyzed it. Okay. Third thing we did was we made an offer after I knew I could get a loan on the deal. The deal was $36 million. The bank would loan me $27 million. I needed $9 million in cash. I had it. I had the money ready to go. I made an offer. I got outbidded. Okay.
And then you asked the manager, then you asked the management company, because the fourth one is manage.
Yeah.
What do you think of the deal?
Yeah. I had it underwritten by another bank. Okay. We tried to buy the deal. I went after the deal hard. Here's what I didn't tell you today. Okay. At some point after you do those 4 steps, you need to make a decision. You're going to buy the deal or not. Okay. We made a decision to bail out of that deal. Okay. I don't want to be strangled by real estate. I want freedom when I buy it. Okay? I don't need to chase it. Just because it's real estate doesn't mean you can make money with it. And by the way, you're going to own this stuff for a long time, okay? You're going to have 1 year where you're going to go in and fix a whole bunch of stuff. Is there problems and downside with it? Yeah. Promise you. Don't let the problems keep you from buying, but don't let the upside, the possibility of upside blind you to not knowing what you're doing, okay? If we can help you, all you got to do is email me, Ryan at CardoneAcquisitions.com or GC at CardoneAcquisitions.com. We'll look at your deal. I want to make sure you don't make any mistakes. If you're on YouTube, great, subscribe there. If you're on Grant Cardone TV and you can see the exact order of these shows, subscribe there, comment, okay? Comment. I will answer your questions there. If somebody doesn't answer your question, if it's me or Ryan, don't answer your question right away, call my office. 800-368-5771. Call in any Monday. I'm here to help you. We want to help you. Oh, yeah. If you subscribe, we're gonna pick somebody to partner up with if you want to be part of their new real estate show. If you want to be part of my real estate show, subscribe to the YouTube channel under any real estate video, real estate posted video. Comment that you want to be part of the show, okay? Part of the show. We're going to be in Houston, Los Angeles, and San Diego this month shooting for the new real estate show brought to you by, can't tell you the network yet, but I can tell you it's going to be called The big buy. Grant Cardone goes crazy. Na 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 na. We out everywhere. Benjamin